Hi students, welcome to Crash Course. Today I want to explain about the nomenclature of organic compounds. Here, nomenclature. Nomenclature of organic compounds. In the nomenclature of organic compounds, old system we have old system, or it is also called as trivial system. Here old system or trivial system, and second one is called as IUPAC system. So old system or trivial system of nomenclature, and second is IUPAC system. The old system means actually it is basing on the source of the organic compound. For example, if you are taking CH4, this is in olden days it is called as marsh gas. Marsh gas. And suppose if you are taking CH3COOH, this is called as acetic acid. Acetic acid. Here acetum means vinegar, so this is called as acetic acid. Similarly, CH3, CH2, CH2, COOH, this is called as butyric acid. Butyric acid means obtained from butter, so this is called as a butyric acid. And CH3, CH2, 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 COOH, this is called as a valeric acid. Valeric acid is obtained from valerian plant, so this is called as a valeric acid. So here first acid, that is HCOOH, it is called as formic acid. It is obtained from the stings of red ant, so this is called as formic acid. So such type of names are derived from the source mainly. So formic acid, acetic acid, butyric acid, valeric acid. So basing on the source, they give the names of the compounds. That is the old system or trivial system of nomenclature. But in the old system, what is the problem is, when we are going to different areas or different countries, here one compound source may be one type, and in other country the source may be different. If there is a different sources, they are calling it the different names for the same compound. So they are getting confused. Sorry. To rectify that anomaly, here scientists tried and they introduced the system IUPAC. It is called as International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So this IUPAC system rectified this problem, and as per the IUPAC system, if you are taking the name of an organic compound as per the IUPAC system, here mainly minimum it contains two parts. An organic compound name as per IUPAC system minimum contains two parts. So here IUPAC name, IUPAC system if you are taking, here minimum two parts are present, maximum 4-5 parts also present. Here what are the minimum parts required in any organic compound name as per IUPAC system? What are present means, the first one root word, and the second one is called as primary suffix. That is called as primary suffix. Along with this root word and primary suffix, is there any other parts? Yes, we have. This is primary suffix. The next one is secondary suffix. Along with this, we have primary prefix. This is called as primary prefix. Okay, and next secondary prefix. Secondary prefix. So these are the four parts. So the main part which is present is root word, and the next one is a primary suffix. and the next one is secondary suffix, and the next one is primary prefix. This is called as primary prefix, and this is called as secondary prefix. So we have maximum of 5 parts in an organic compound. What these parts indicates, what they represent. Here root word, if you are taking, the root word indicates about the number of carbon atoms. Number of carbon atoms in parent chain. Parent chain or in the principal chain or in the longest possible carbon chain of an organic compound. Here if the number of carbon atoms present is 1 only, then the root word used to indicate is next. And if it is 2, the root word indicated is with, and if it is 3, it is a pro, and if it is 4, it is called as a but, and if it is 5, it is called as a pent, if it is 6, it is called as a hex, and if it is 7, this is called as a hept, and if it is 8, it is called as oct, and 9, it is called as a non, and if it is a 10, it is called as a dec, and if it is 11, it is undec, and if it is 12, it is called as a dodec, tridec, trike. Okay, that is indicating about the number of carbon atoms present in parent chain. And next, primary suffix. Here primary suffix indicates whether the carbon compound contains a saturation or unsaturation. Saturation or unsaturation present in parent chain is indicated. Saturation or unsaturation present in the parent chain is indicated by the primary suffix. If there is a C single bond C, then all the bonds are only single bonds, then the primary suffix used to indicate is ane. If there is at least one double bond, C double bond C, then the primary suffix used to indicate is ene. If there is a triple bond, at least one triple bond, then that is indicated by using ine. And if there is a 2 double bonds, here that is a 2 double bonds, then we can use diene. If there is a 2 triple bonds, then this is called diene. Okay, so that is the saturation or unsaturation present in an organic compound is indicated by primary suffix. Next, secondary suffix. Here this indicates about the main functional group or called as principal functional group. Main functional group or principal functional group of an organic compound. Main functional group means here if there is only one functional group, then they are called as secondary suffix directly. It is only the main functional group. Suppose if a compound contains more than one functional group, then in that multi-functional group compounds, one functional group will be considered as the main functional group or principal functional group. Remaining all will become prefixes only. Okay, so main or principal functional group means in a multi-functional group compounds. In a multi-functional group compounds, if you have more than one functional group, that is called multi-functional group. In that multi-functional group compounds, one functional group becomes prefix. The remaining all are suffixes only. Okay. Next, primary prefix. What is this primary prefix? Here primary prefix means when we are taking about the cyclic compounds, cyclo, we can represent cyclo, that is a primary prefix. Cyclic compounds are indicated with a primary prefix cyclo before root word. And what about the secondary prefix? Here we said already, The secondary functional groups. So some functional groups are always considered as secondary prefixes only. Here generally either OR group or alkoxy group, this is called as a secondary prefix only. And NO2 group, nitro group is a secondary prefix only. Halogen or any halogen, this is considered as a halo, secondary prefix only. And alkyl groups are secondary prefixes only. Alkyl group means methyl, ethyl, propyl, isopropyl, whatever it may be. Alkyl groups are considered as the secondary prefixes only. So these type of secondary prefixes are there. Along with that, if there is multifunctional group compound, one becomes main, the remaining becomes secondary prefixes. Okay. Next, functional group, the prefix name or the suffix name, secondary suffix name. Secondary prefix name, secondary suffix name. Here functional group, secondary prefixes, secondary suffix names. If you are taking this secondary prefix and secondary suffix name, if you remember this, it is easy to write the IUPAC name of the compound. Sorry. In this functional group, first functional group you are taking COOH. I think you know about COOH, it is called as carboxylic acid, and here this is called as oic acid. As a secondary suffix when we are writing, we indicate as oic acid. And if we are writing as a prefix, we can write this as carboxy. And next, SO3H, this is written as sulfonic acid. Sulfonic acid. And when we are writing about this as a prefix means there is a sulfur. It is written as sulfur. And next, if we are taking, this is COO C double bond O. This is called as oic anhydride. Oic anhydride. Oic anhydride. And next one is here ester, COOR group. This is alkoxy carbonyl. Prefix name is alkoxy carbonyl. The suffix name is OH. Secondary suffix name is OH. And next one is COX. Here it is called as haloformyl, prefix name, and oil halide. The secondary suffix name is oil halide. And next one is CONH2. This is called as carbomoyl. Carbomoyl. And the secondary suffix name is amide. Amide. And next one is CN. CN means it is prefixed as cyano, and the secondary suffix name is nitrile. Nitrile. And if it is N triple bond C, this is called as isocyano. Isocyano. And the prefix name sorry, isocyano prefix name, and the second suffix name is isonitrile. Isonitrile. And next one is CHO. Here CHO means it is an aldehyde group. This is called as aldo or formyl, or you can write oxo also. Very rarely they use oxo also. And next it is secondary suffix name is Al. And next one is C double bond O. It is called as a keto or oxo. And here this is indicated as ONE. And the next one is OH. OH group is called as hydroxy. Hydroxy. It is indicated as OL. And next NH2. Here NH2 is indicated as amino. And here this is written as amine. This is the priority order of functional groups. Please remember, it is the priority order of functional groups. Suppose in a multi-functional group compound, if you have more than one functional group, suppose COOH, SO3H, and this is present for example, in this which will become the main functional group means COOH becomes main functional group. This is the priority order decreasing order. Here priority decreasing order. Okay, so COOH is most powerful. Next SO3H. Next COOCO, acid anhydride group. And this is ester. It is acid halide, amide, cyanide, isocyanide, aldehyde, ketone, alcohol, amine. Okay, so please remember these groups, and the secondary suffix name, prefix name is also important.